from the Nebraska Department of Transportation. He'll be making a few comments momentarily. And also Mike Helverson with MAPA, the Metropolitan Area Planning Association. He'll be making a few comments as well. Tragically, today, the state of Nebraska lost a volunteer in a motor vehicle crash on Highway 75, southbound between Q Street and Chandler Street. This incident happened at 1:28 p.m. Mr. John Holcomb, age 70, a volunteer with the Motorist Assist Program, was struck and killed by a vehicle while performing his duties as a volunteer. That crash investigation is underway at this time and is being conducted by the Omaha Police Department. The results of that investigation are pending, as this happened just recently. John has served the citizens of Nebraska as a volunteer since 2014, logging thousands of hours in volunteer service. This is a tragedy that impacts not only the MAPA volunteers, but the Nebraska State Patrol family, the Omaha community, where John and his family reside, and all of the motorists who are assisted by this very valuable program. In the coming days, we will learn more about the accident that took John's life, but today we are here to remember John and honor his sacrifice and the many hours of service that he has given to our citizens. Our hearts go out to John's family and his friends, as at this very hour they are mourning his loss. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Mike, who can talk a little bit more about the MAPA program.
Good afternoon. I'm Mike Helverson with the Metro Area Planning Agency. And on behalf of our Executive Director, Greg Gould, and our board, we want to extend our deepest condolences to the family of Mr. Holcomb here today. This is a tragic and disturbing loss of one of the volunteers of our MAMA, Metro Area Motorist Assist Program. So the Metro Area Motorist Assist Program has been a volunteer program since 1998, providing motorists along the highways in Nebraska with services since 1998. And so we are deeply indebted to the hundreds of thousands of hours that the volunteers of the program have offered to the program to date. Over 70 volunteers through the life of the program. But again, we're grateful for those services, but we're deeply saddened by the tragic loss of Mr. Holcomb here today.
I'm Tim Weander with the Nebraska Department of Transportation, District Engineer for this area. We too, at Department of Roads, the Department of Transportation family, send our condolences to the family. John was a great individual that volunteered many hours to assist to make the highway safer. And that's what this program is all about, is to make the highway safer. We understand the speeds involved. We understand the safety aspects of the highway system because we deal with it every day. And John was out there helping us, help you, help the public clear the roadways, be a safety beacon for those people that maybe broke down, or help move debris off the roadway. And we extend our sincere condolences to the family for that, and thank John for his services. This is a team effort between State Patrol, MAPA, Department of Transportation, and private entities who also help fund this program. And we are deeply indebted to his family for assisting in these programs. Thank you.
Okay, we have time for a few questions, if you have any.
Do we know the particulars of what happened in this incident?
Again, it's very early, and the Omaha Police Department is conducting that investigation. What we do know is that it happened southbound on Highway 75. We believe that our motorist assist folks were attempting to remove some debris from the roadway when this incident happened. Beyond that, we will wait for the results of the investigation.
Were his hazard lights on?
I don't know the answer to that, but that certainly will be something that comes out in the investigation.
How long were they out there removing debris?
I don't have those details. Again, that will be revealed after the investigation is completed.
Can I ask a few personal questions, and I apologize if I miss these. How do you spell his name, and how old was he, and any family details?
Certainly, John Holcomb is John Holcomb. Mr. Holcomb was 70 years of age. He has a family here in Omaha.
And is he retired state patrol or highway department sometimes?
I don't have those details. To my knowledge, he was not a retiree from the state.
Did any of y'all know him personally? That could share maybe some more intimate details about him, or just about volunteers in general, and you know what kind of efforts they make every day.
I did not know John personally. I saw him in the parking lot as he changed out on his shifts because they report out of his office here. Our volunteers are dedicated people. You know, they retired. Most of them are retired from other businesses or other occupations, but they still felt that need to provide to the public, and it's something that's deep in their heart to help do that. And it's, you know, it's a strong part of an individual's makeup if they're able to do that. And do that under the conditions they work out there on the roadway where we work. And so, you know, it's all about safety. It's all about keeping people safe, and that's what John's vision was, is to try to keep people safe.
When you're doing these projects, how many people are in those groups assisting drivers moving debris?
I can't specifically talk to that issue. State Patrol handles that, and I don't know if you want to handle that.
I can probably, thank you, Tim.
So normally, these volunteers are deployed in pairs, and so there'll be two to a vehicle, helping folks who are broken down, run out of gas, changing tires, calling for tow trucks, those kind of things. And they are spread out across the state. There are actually 3 different areas in which they operate: Omaha, Lincoln, and out in the Grand Island, Kearney area. And typically, you'll see 2 volunteers to a vehicle, if that answers your question.
Was that the situation today? Were there 2 people?
It was.
And is he from Omaha, Bellevue, as well as?
Mr. Holcomb is from Omaha.
Omaha proper?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you happen to know roughly how many volunteers are in the motorist assist program?
I think Mike can
Yeah,
probably.
so I don't have the number of active volunteers, but over the life of the program, there's been about 70 of them, and many of them have served with the program for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and some of them even since the beginning of the program.
Which was roughly around
1998,
1998?
yes.
Okay, perhaps one more, and then we'll wrap up.
Do you recall any incidents before? These guys log a lot of miles, and I don't recall any incidents like this. Jim, I don't know if you do or not, but do you recall any other incidents of this magnitude with involving the volunteers?
I do not. I've been here since 2003, and we have not had an incident that I can recollect through this program, and I don't think we had anything prior to that either that I've ever heard of. So I think this is the first of our.
And these guys do drive a lot of miles.
They do. They spend a lot of time on the roadway itself. Not only are they driving, their job is to drive the roadways at certain times of the day, particularly during rush hour traffic, to get out there and clear debris, to help get vehicles if they're in trouble, change tires. They get people to eat gas. They do anything that a motorist needs assistance for, and they're dedicated. They understand the job they're doing is helping the public. The miles they log is tremendous, but just the amount of time, sheer time that they put in, just because there's a lot of, not only is it drive time, but it is stopping on the roadway, it is clearing debris, it is getting out, stepping out of the vehicle and getting into the traffic, and so there is just a lot of hours besides the miles.
Tim, can you spell your last name, please?
Yes, it's Weander, Weander.
Sorry, I have one more. Obviously, they go through a lot of training before you put them out there. Can somebody talk a little bit about the training that they go through before they're put on the road?
We do, there is a training program for these folks. I don't want to really get into those details today. That's something we'll evaluate, of course. Today is really, just to reflect on this tragedy and to honor John and his service. And those are things that we'll get into in the future.